Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Six Morning Show. I'm Tony T with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Give a life replays for today's card. And on today's show, picks from NFL Monday Night Football game. Important game between the 49ers and Colts. Colts control, should say the 49ers control their destiny to become a number one seed if they win out. So big game here tonight. Of course, Colts in playoff contention. We'll see how they do with Rivers at quarterback. College football, we do have a bowl game. I believe it's the Potato Bowl today. Washington State, Utah State going head-to-head. NBA, a 7-game card. College basketball, a big card here for a Monday. Also NHL up on the board, guys. So make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. It really helps us build up our audience. So let's meet the cappers and get right to the picks. We don't mess around here on the Tony Six Morning Show. Rod, what's happening?
Too much, Tony. One of those days. Football was good. Winning day in football. Had my solo win in college basketball. Finally drew up my NHL play of the day. Had the Jets. They took them to overtime. Dropped through with the Mammoth in the overtime game and now won. So 4-1 now is my best bet in the NHL. Can't complain about the weekend. College football was good. The playoffs were great. 5-1 weekend there. NFL was good. I dropped a couple of props. So Sunday was a $18 winning day. So hey, it's in the green. I can't complain. Got enough for lunch today after my little winnings from yesterday. So good start to the week. Not complaining about that. A few games going today. I got five plays today. A couple college basketball, one in hockey, and an NBA, and then throw in that NFL one as well. So, hey, looking forward to start the week as things slowly start to slow into the little Christmas break over the next couple days. So, we'll look at tomorrow's NHL card. You can think there's 4, and they were slowing down. They're looking to put 13 games tomorrow at you. So, I think college basketball does the same. So, big slate tomorrow. Looking forward to the next couple of days of action. So let's get to it.
Let's get to it indeed. Let's go to Chris. Chris, what's going on?
Oh, not much. Coming off a 3-0 day there. Had the Bulls, had the Falcons, and then had the Patriots there. Cashed a couple on the hit list there. Not much going on there. And then as a Lions fan, that was absolutely ridiculous in that game. So I didn't have anything on that. Just watched that. I'm still confused this morning. But anyway, good job, I guess, for the Steelers. Got away with that one. But anyway, yeah, small card today. Just ready to get to it.
Let's get to it. Indeed. Niels, what's going on?
Yeah, just listening to these guys. Yeah, I kind of like the Steelers. I didn't have them winning outright, though. I just had them messing around and keeping it close. But I guess they messed around and won that game. But yeah, those Jets definitely the disappointments keep on coming along, I guess, for them. And yeah, just gotta wonder when they're gonna finally turn their season around because
it's too late. Only 2 games left. It's too late. It's already dead.
No, I'm talking about NHL now.
Oh, NHL. Sorry.
The Winnipeg Jets. Yeah,
I was thinking about the New York Jets. All right, there you go. All right,
they might need a couple seasons to turn things around the Jets, but maybe more than that actually. But yeah, the Winnipeg Jets been very disappointing there in the NHL and. Still got a lot more than two games to go, but you can't keep this form up for too long. That's for sure. Yeah, pretty good day for me. 2-0, 1-0 in the NFL, 1-0 in the NBA. Had a money line dog in the NBA. I chickened out and took that point with the hook in the NFL. We've seen some crazy stuff there lately, so decided to take that point rather than plus money there. But hey. I'm not going to complain about that, and I'll take the winning day and hope to keep it rolling to this week.
Yeah, for me, I had a rough one in the NFL this weekend. Look to get that good in college football playoffs, but we'll look to bounce it back today. So we'll get right to the games here. And we'll start with NFL tonight between the 49ers and Colts. We see 49ers favor on the road, 5.5. Total sits here at 46. We see some 45.5 starting to pop up. This game played in a dome, so there won't be any at all issues here with the weather coming into this one. Of course, we know Rivers to get the start at quarterback, and of course, Anthony Richardson just not ready yet to come back in a backup role. Apparently, that might be the case there if he does come in here. Looks like 49ers will have a corner out. Colts left tackle and Jones, as we know, are out here. They have on defense. They have a corner out. A little slight injury advantage here on the child rating here for the 49ers. But the 49ers defense has the lowest health rating at 70 based on their players on the IR. So we'll start here with Rod.
Yeah, exactly. So we know they can give up some points. The Colts defense, hey, Congrats. You got lucky last week, and but you definitely let your opponent drive down the field, and you were lucky to only give up field goals, 5 of field goals to be exact. I think this 49ers offense is a little better than what you faced last week. You give up that many long drives to the 49ers and get down into the red zone. I don't think you're holding them to field goals. I think they punch a few of those in for touchdowns, and we get some offense. So I think the offense kicks off early. We even seen the Colts move the ball down the field and surprisingly looked real good. He just stepped right in like he hadn't missed 2 years of playing football. Sure, they're not asking him, as I said when he went in there, to be chucking the ball 40 yards down the field and air raid offense type of thing for the Colts, but simple dink and dunks. If you look, the leader passing wise in the NFL this year is Drake May with them long passes, and he's hitting completions of about 7.3 yards. Is the deep ball, and they consider that deep passing here in the NFL. And he's leading it with the longest passes and 7.3 yards. So you're not asking old man to be chucking it 40 yards down the field every play. And he's very Mr. Game Management. So I think the Colts are able to keep up and score some points as well. So I alluded to that 49ers defense. They're going to give up some as well. So 23.5 here first half. I'll take the over in the first half. I also like the over in the full game. We're thinking give me double results. Over first half, second half. Yeah, right. I would love the double result of the over in this one. And we see plenty of offense.
Yeah, from Rod on over to Chris.
Yeah, I'm going to take the 49ers spread in the first half there, -2.5. I think they come out and get it done. Definitely get up and over that 2.5, no problem there. Get up to the end zone there and definitely punch them in like Rod said. So I'll take them to get it done in the first half.
There we go with Chris on over to Ninos.
Yeah, just looking here at the Colts, you got to like what their defense did in the last game. Definitely stepped up and kept them in it. And, yeah, I think Rivers does a little better here in his second start. So just think the Niners laying a few too many points, and I do expect them to come in here and win, but I actually wouldn't be shocked by an upset. But also got to like the edge, for the Colts. They just have the better lines too, so look for that to work out in their favor as well. So, yeah, definitely wouldn't be shocked with an upset here. But definitely like the points here with the Colts. Anything over a touchdown, sign me up for the Colts here.
Well, there's no touchdown there. 5.5 there.
Sorry, I mean anything over a field goal. My bad.
All right. Yeah, from El Ninos. Yeah, I'm going to go under in this one. Phil Rivers, when you look, I think they've got film on him now. And, when you 4.4 yards per pass attempt is very bad. That's very poor in NFL standards. Also, too, when you look at his target depth, this is the thing that got my attention here. Average target depth of 5.1 yards per pass, which is 2.6 below his career average. I just think in the NFL, teams will have you see that on film and have a really good game plan against Rivers. Take away those dink and dunks, force him to throw the ball deep. Concern for me is his arm strength. And with San Francisco, again, having the film study here is really going to have, I think, an impact on this game. Colts' run defense has been really outstanding this year. So the 49ers may have trouble getting the ball down, running the football in this Colts defense, which really is going to keep them in there. Again, we saw that conservative game plan last week with Seattle trying to shorten the game, take time off that clock. Rivers has always been one of those guys that winds down that clock, looking around at the defenders, pointing everywhere. He kind of like I don't want to call it wannabe Peyton Manning, but he comes from that school where you look at the defense and you try to fake them out, pointing linemen. It's all a bunch of BS, like they used to say about Peyton Manning, right? So I think he runs the clock down, tries to shorten up this game. I expect a conservative game plan. A lot of running for the Colts. They got a good running back, right? So I'll look here at the under in this game. Colts have gone under in 3 of 4 here. And you look at the 49ers. The previous 2 games, they gave up just 9 points to the Panthers, 8 points to the Browns in recent games here, and so their defense can shut down challenging offenses, which I think it is when you have a 44-year-older coming in here and you see the target depth and you can put a game plan against it. Well, when force Rivers to throw it deep, force him to throw it deep, play tight coverage. This could be a different situation here, so I like the under in this one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony's Morning Show as we move on over to college football. We do have a bowl game today. Washington State and Utah State playing here in the Potato Bowl in Boise, Idaho. And in this one, it's been a close line. We saw pickers. We're starting to see Utah State favored here by 1 in this one, 1.5, total 49.5 in this game. In this one to be played up in Boise. Let me double check the weather. At last check, the weather should be good here for this game. Playing outdoor on the blue turf. Matter of fact here, let's see, 47 degrees, light wind, 30% chance of rain. So at least we're not getting the snow. We might get rain, 30%. But again, a lot of opt-outs for Washington State. Remember, the Washington State head coach and offensive coordinator have exited. The Washington State head coach is going over to Wake Forest. His offensive coordinator headed to Iowa State. The Utah State coaching staff is intact. So there you go with a lot of opt-outs for Washington State with the coaches leaving. Just a few players on the Utah State side. So we're going to start here with Rod.
Yeah, and you look at this matchup. The total was 55.5. It's dropped down to 49.5 here in this one. And I like the over because I think Utah State's going to do the bulk of the heavy lifting. They've been rolling along. And I think they score some points here against a Washington defense that, giving it up defensively. That offensive line is definitely, as you alluded to, going to be a little bit thin. So fumble sack, it's possible here in this one is Washington State's O-line not going to be able to protect their QB so well. I think we can see some crazy play there. But look what Utah's done all season long. They've covered the spread. They're, 10-2 ATS this season. Winnebago's huge. So, but as the weather being nice, I think both offenses score well into the 20s, and this total's dropped way too much now. 49.5. I like the over here in this one. You look, Utah's been averaging on the season. Well, they average 31.8 points a game, and in non-conference games like this one is 33.3 over the last couple of months, 28.6. And you look at Washington, they've been averaging about 26 points a game, and that gets us into the 50s. So for me, love the over 49.5. This total's dropped too much. If you like the under, that number's not gone. Take the over now. Probably get a middle.
There you go. From Ron, move on over to Chris.
Yeah, I'm going to take the 1.5 here to cover with Utah State. I just think they get it done against Washington State there. No problem at the 2 points or whatever there. You can get a field goal, whatever you got to get. But I think they beat them by a lot more. So we'll take Utah State to cover.
There we go with Chris. Move on over to El Ninos. You're on mute.
I was looking at the under myself. As Rod mentioned, this number now has dropped quite significantly. But still would lean that way, or maybe try to look at this under first half here, and maybe these offenses get going in the second half here for Rod. But I guess I'll make my play for today the under 24 in the first half in this one.
Yeah, from Al Nino.
The teams have trended that way. Rod mentioned, a lot of that value is gone now. Sorry, Tony. Washington is coming in at 9-3. The under. Utah State is 7-5 to the under. So I was expecting a lower scoring one. This one more for defensive battle.
Yeah, from Al Nino's here. Yeah, I'm going to agree with Chris. I like Utah State. I have money line it. You never know with these 2-point conversions, right? Team can win by 1, lose by 1. They don't play really for the tie in some of these games. So I'll go money line here with Utah State. We talked about 47 degrees. It's just the fact that we've seen these bowl teams that lose their coaches, what they look like. And now you lose a head coach and an offensive coordinator. That's troubling. And, of course, you can trust Bronco Mendenhall. He's this experienced coach. He wanted to go to Utah State, right? He had some time there. He wants that job. He got an interim there with Washington State. Again, I think the location also favors the Aggies. I mean, if you're a Washington State fan, you think you're going to travel there knowing that your offensive coordinator, head coach has bolted. You pretty know what you're going to expect here. I don't think you're going to get good performance here, especially with a lot of the opt-outs. Also, too, make note here with all these opt-outs, I think that's really impacting attendance on some of these bowl games. I don't think you're apt to travel if you're a Washington State fan and you're reading your team notes and you're seeing all these opt-outs, right? You think you're going to even the hard – I mean, I'm talking about the hardcore fans that travel. I think you lose a considerable amount of those people. I think for Utah State, I think, like I said, the location favors them a bit here, and I'll take them in this spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Sworn Show. Turn our attention over to the NBA. It is a 7-game card. We'll do 2 blocks. I'll do a block of 4, a block of 3. And We'll start here with Hornets and Cavs. We see the Cavs laying 9.5, total 238.5. Pacers and Celtics. It's the Celtics 10, total 224.5. Mavericks and Pelicans. This one here is at a pick'em, total 241. Jazz at Nuggets. The Nuggets here 13.5, total 248.5. We'll take a look here at the injury reports here for these games. Hornets and Cavs. We see here Williams out for Charlotte. Sexton doubtful. Kalkbrenner questionable. Ball probable there for Charlotte. On the Cleveland side, no Mobley, no Nance, no Strus. Porter, Mitchell, Merrill are all probable. Pacers and Celtics. We've seen Nesmith, Shepard, Obi Toppin out for Indiana. McConnell and Furphy there are questionable. Boston side, now we see Brown, Walsh, questionable. We know Tatum is still on the injury report out. They have not ruled him out for the season. That's why you still see him on that report. And then Utah, and let's see what else we have in this one. Dallas and New Orleans. Irving out, we know. Thompson, Flagg, and Christie are all questionable. Let's impact injuries there for Dallas. For New Orleans side, we have Murray doubtful, Jones questionable. I'm seeing Klay Thompson a lot of trade rumors out there. I don't know if there's takers for him, but I'm seeing his name thrown around out there. We'll see what happens. On the Utah side, no Love, no Niang. Markkanen questionable. For Denver, it is Braun, Gordon out, Watson questionable. We start with Rod.
Yeah, so for a couple I like in this early block of games, I like the Pelicans here in this spot. You look at the Pelicans, hey, when they're favored, they're now 2-0 as the favorite. They were favored that one game last week that I mentioned. They were a 5-point favorite in that Pacers game, I believe it was, back on the 20th, a couple days ago. And got themselves the win in that one as a 5-point favorite. So now favored here again. Second time they've been favored at home this year has been the Pelicans. So they're favored for a reason. Give me the Pelicans, lay the 1.5 there in that one. Another one I like. Give me the Hornets here. I guess Cleveland. I don't trust Cleveland laying 9 points. Not this year. They've been awful at trying to get this cover. And the Hornets have already beat the Cavs once. We took overtime to do it, but it was 119, 111 last time these two teams met. That would sneak us under the total as well. So even in overtime, got us under the total. So I like it under, but I'll take the points with the road. Again, the Hornets there in that one.
Yeah, let's move on over to Chris.
Yeah, definitely taking the Hornets. Cavs 4-13 against the spread at home. They're definitely not covering anything. So give me the Hornets there. Give me the Pelicans. Just too many injuries for the Mavs, especially if Flagg's out. And a lot of key components there. So I think the Pelicans get that done at home. And then I'm going to take the over in the Jazz Nuggets. And we see a lot of back and forth there, but also want to take the points with the Jazz there, 13.5. I think they can keep it within that number, but I do think we get up and down and get over 248.5.
There we go with Chris. Move on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, I completely agree with a couple games these guys were on. Kicking off with the Hornets, yeah, I'll gladly take all those points, as they said. I mean, why would you want to lay double digits with the Cavs here? They'd be lucky to walk away with the win at this point. Moving on. Pacers, Celtics. Yeah, big question mark there for the Celtics. Brown looks like dealing with an illness, so wish him a speedy recovery. And hard to tell if he's going to play this one or not. But either way,
I got the Christmas flu, right? The Christmas flu.
I guess so.
Yeah, gotcha.
It's
holiday
going
flu.
around. It's going around.
Holiday flu. I want to stay home for the. LeBron said, "I want to stay home for the holidays." 20 years playing Christmas days.
And either way, if you think he's going to play, I guess you're probably going to get a better number at tip-off. But I'll gladly take the points right now with the Pacers there as well. And Mavericks, Pelicans, yeah, I agree there on the Pelicans as well. Just playing the better basketball. They're winning right now. Sorry, I guess my dog.
All right. Don't mind the chime. Their chimes, at least it's on barks, so it's all right.
It was Jazz Nuggets in this one as well.
Yeah, Jazz Nuggets.
Yeah, again, another big question mark there with Markkanen. Groin injury. Those seem to be going around too. Must be another holiday thing.
It's season. You have children. You want children in the off season. This is when you got to get to work in December.
Yep. Anywho, yeah, again, I think it's just a few too many points there. Can they blow them out? Absolutely, but I'll lean to the points with the Jazz there.
That's why Santa's yelling ho 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 all
Yeah,
the
that's why you're
time.
seeing all. Yeah, that's why you're seeing all these groin injuries. You want to give birth. You want your kids to to give birth in the off season. That's why we're getting all these groin injuries. All right, I'm gonna look. I agree here. Giving one Charlotte here at plus the 9. Boy, this it's weird because we saw the Cavs go balls out last year all regular season. What did that happen? Early exit, right? So the kind of the reverse is effect. It may have made it to the worst, right? I think this team is just like first gear mode, right? There's no energy in their games. And the fans know it too. That's the problem, right? It's we're going to turn it out for the postseason. At some point, you're going to have to throw some energy in your game because it's just a dead atmosphere when you watch those home games. Because last year, complete opposite, electric there. I'm looking here at the Charlotte Hornets here plus the 9. Charlotte Hornets are in good three-point shooting and defensive form right now. Charlotte here, as Charlotte Hornets team, 41% from three the past 2 weeks, and holding teams at 30% from beyond the arc. So they're doing something right from that 3-point line. But man, the Cavs in just poor shooting form right now, not defending the threes. You don't see a whole lot of hustle out there from the Cavs right now. So I'll look at Charlotte here at plus the points. Boy, this Indiana team is just this line is getting high. I'm seeing 11s now. 11 is just hit 11 now. The Pacers and Celtics. I got to stay off that game. My God. Boston's starting to show some shooting, but I just don't trust them. Telling that number. Yeah, I agree with Chris. I like the Pelicans here. Near pick 'em here. A lot of injuries here on this Maverick side, but the Pelicans. Boy, Zion came off the bench, had a big game the other night with 29 points off the bench. That might be the recipe for him. Sadiq Bey, a guy who used to like on Detroit. When Detroit was bad, he was the only good player there. So there's something going on over there. So I like the Pelicans as well in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show as we'll continue on and close out NBA with Grizzlies Thunder. Look at this line here. OKC, well, the 16s are going away now. We're starting to see 15.5s in the marketplace, total 230.5. Magic and Warriors, it's Golden State, 5.5, total 228. Pistons at the Blazers. Pistons 6.5, total 234.5. We'll look at the injuries here in these final 3 in the NBA for tonight. Memphis and OKC. It's a laundry list here. We may see the hustle make an appearance tonight. It's Clark, Edey, Jerome, Concard, Morant, Pippen, Small, and Williams out for the Grizzlies. On the Thunder side, it is Dang, Hartenstein, Topic, the bad Jalen Williams out. And then it's Caruso, Holmgren, Wiggins, questionable. For Magic and Warriors, it will be Castleton, Moritz, and Franz Wagner out. Suggs, doubtful. De Silva, questionable. For the Warriors, no Seth Curry. It's Seth, not Steph. It's Seth Curry out, and Al Horford as well. The Pistons side here, that we've got the Pistons side, we have Hollins, questionable. Duran is probable. For Trailblazers side, it will be Henderson, Holiday, Thibault, Wesley out, and Jeremy Grant will be questionable. So we get started here with Ron.
For me, I would lead to Detroit, even land the 6. Portland dealing with some injuries. Not 100%. Don't like what I've seen from them over their last 10 games. Detroit definitely playing the better hoops. I'll lay the 6 there with the Pistons. Magic. Ooh, tough spot for the Magic out on the road. Here, I'll lean to the Warriors, laying the 6. But give me the over, Memphis and OKC. Both sides dealing with some guys that are not 100% that probably aren't going to play in this one. And when the Memphis deals with all those injuries, it does turn into the hustle. So 230, that's light. I think we cruise into the 240s. Give me the over 230.5, Memphis, OKC.
There we go here from Arad. We move on over to Chris.
Yeah, give me all those points with my Grizzlies. Just pay OKC. Can't stand OKC. Can't stand SGA. You breathe on the guy, you get a foul. He's the softest player in the NBA. So give me, give me my Grizzlies and all those points. And then I'm going to the Magic just beat the Warriors back in November, I believe here, and the Warriors don't do really well. I know we don't do a lot of revenge angles for NBA, but you look at the Warriors, they don't really do well. 1-3 ATS when revenging a loss to that opponent. So I just go back to the Magic there. I think give me the points there. 5.5 is what I'm looking at here, so I'll take it with them.
Yeah, I think it's more revenge in college because you can, college coaches can get away with a lot more than pros. It's usually what we see there because it's the revenge angle. I think it's kind of the opposite there in the pro side. I don't know about El Nidos.
Yeah, I tried to tell you guys the bookies were crazy for trying to lay 2 points for every Grizzly that was missing the last game. They were laying almost 2 touchdowns, right, and lost that one outright. Again, at least now they're getting 2 points for every player that's missing, so at least they got that going for them. And yeah, as far as the spread's concerned, I'm not trying to lay that many points, although it could get ugly. I would lean towards the points. My stronger play, though, here would be to just take the Thunder to win both halves. Laying a little bit of juice, but I think they should win this one comfortably from start to finish. Moving on. Yeah, Warriors Magic should be a pretty good matchup. Obviously, the Warriors are the better team, but I think the Magic are going to try to show up for this game and give it their best effort. So I'll take them to keep it within the 2 possessions there. I'll take the points with the Magic in that one.
Yeah, I agree there with the Magic in this one here. This Warriors team just have been struggling here defending. You see them over the past 2 weeks, giving up 48% shooting, 38% from 3. Orlando shooting the ball pretty well here over that period, over that stretch of time there. But yeah, I'll look at the Orlando Magic in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony S'more Show. We'll turn our attention over to college basketball. This time of the year, we just ask the cappers, just give us what you got. We'll get into the blocks and later in December and then early January. A lot of games today on the board, as you'd expect here. So we'll get it started here with Rod, college hoops. Give us what you got.
Yeah, definitely tough slate. Not a whole lot that I'm going to be rushing to. These are some tough games going. We got some big spreads. Do you want to lay 31 with Butler? I don't know. I like Butler, but I don't know if they're should be laying 31.5. I'll take NJIT. Butler blowing anybody out by 30s. No, not doing that. Give me NJIT plus 31.5 at that one. And another one I'm looking at here is there's some big spreads, big spreads. Give me SIU Edwardsville taking on the Leathernecks of Western Illinois. I like SIU Edwardsville, solid squad, better than the Leathernecks. Leathernecks, hey, look what they've done at home. They haven't covered anything. Sure, they're 3-2, 3 wins, 2 losses. Look, 2 losses. They didn't cover the spread. So the Western Illinois squad, they've had 3 teams come in that weren't lying. So they had 3 line games that they whooped up on a team. Congratulations. Good luck beating it up on SIU Edwardsville. I think they would lose by 10 plus. I'll lay the 5 there in that one. Another one I like here. You look at Portland out on the road. Not been good. So far, 0-3 against the number, 0-3 straight up. The road hasn't been so good, but the Gauchos, UC Santa Barbara, 5-1 at home this season, but they're only 2-2 against the number, and overall 3-7 ATS wise, and laying 9.5. Too many. Grab Portland plus the 9.5 in that one. They can keep it close there. And then where's the other one I'm looking at? Another one I'm looking at later. Just some big spreads in these games today. Give me Stonehill, because we know that Syracuse, sorry, Mr. Weskers, but your Syracuse team sucks. They cannot hit a free throw. Their life depended on it. Dead last in the college basketball side of things on the free throw side, and laying 23 here today. Come on. I'll take Stonehill plus the 23 there in that matchup. And then looking at a later nice spot, I had the hat within reach. I'd be putting it on my head. Give me Illinois. Illinois out on the road so far this season, 1-0 against the number. I got them winning by about 14-15 here against Missouri. It's on a neutral court as well, so give me the Illinois. It is a hostile environment, but Illinois, bigger, better, as they say. I got to get the job done there. Give me Illinois, lay the points there. And then that's a lot for Kansas to be laying. Rock of the Chalks with the Jayhawks? No, give me Davidson plus the 16. I think that Davidson, hey, look what they've done on the road. 1-0 against the number. I think 16 is just a tad too many for Kansas to be laying. I think Kansas wins by 10, 12 points. I think Davidson has got backdoor written all over it. And then you want to give me an over. Track meet. IUP Indy taking on Grand Canyon. Hey, Grand Canyon's ticked up their play. They're starting to score. Up and down the court they go. 169.5. We cruise into the 170s. Give me the over there in that matchup. And then give Give me Norfolk. Whew. Yeah, the Anteaters laying 10. Why? Why are the Anteaters laying 10? That's way too many points against the Norfolk squad. That is competitive, and we'll keep it within the single digits. Grab Norfolk plus the 10 there in that one. There, that wraps it up for college basketball.
Can't argue that. Big West sucks this year. On over to Chris.
The only one I'm looking at here, Illinois, Missouri. Give me the over. 54.5. I think we get up and over that, and I do lean with the points there for Illinois to cover there. But I think the bigger thing for me is the over in that matchup.
There we go, Chris. Move on over to El Nidos.
Yeah, a couple games I was looking at here. First up, I'll take another over here in that Denver-Tulsa game. Two teams trending heavily the over. You got Denver's 10-0-1 the over, and Tulsa not too bad themselves at 7-3 the over. So definitely like the over there. I was leaning towards SIU Edwardsville there with Rod as well. The road faves I liked a little better were Abilene Christian coming in 7-5, taking on Texas Southern, who's 1-8 coming into this one. Just the better team all around. Texas Southern does play at a fast pace, but awful numbers from the field. So you can play you can take as many shots as you want. If you keep missing them, you're not going to win many games. Like Abilene Christian, that one. Also like the North Dakota State over UTEP. Again, just a much better team all around. And in UT Arlington, again, don't like this one as much as the others. But I was kind of looking at UT Arlington to get the job done. My strongest play of the bunch, though, would be Abilene Christian.
There we go with Al Ninos here. I think I'm going to be butting heads with the folks today in this Illinois-Missouri game here. Let's see, Illinois here. Look at the Missouri plus the points. Illinois 8-3 on the this season. They do have lost to Alabama, UConn on neutrals. Then they just come off a loss at Nebraska at home. They did beat Texas Tech at home, Ohio State on the road. Missouri 10-2 overall. Of course, their losses came a bad loss to Notre Dame, and then Kansas on a neutral court. But they're 8-0. Well, this will not be a home game. This is in their state, though. But the game will be played in St. Louis. Tigers, though, 7th in effective field goal shooting, hitting 37% from three, 63% inside. Although it hasn't been a strong schedule, but they've been pretty strong here inside. A good team on the glass on both ends of the court. Holding teams to 45% from 2-point distance. Illinois, they don't force many turnovers on defense. They hit 34% from three. Look at Illinois over the past month, shooting just 32% from three, but giving up 37% from beyond the arc. Missouri has been shooting the ball very well over that period of time, 50%, and allowing just under 43% shooting. So I'll look at Missouri here at the plus, the 8.5. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. We'll turn our attention over to the ice. As I know the ice, they'd like to take breaks here during the holiday, but we got games tonight and tomorrow. 4-game card. We'll knock them in one block. Blues and Lightning. It's a Lightning 240, total 5.5. Canucks and Flyers. It will be the Flyers, $1.30, total 5.5. And of course, both local teams playing at the same time here. We got Kraken and Ducks. The Ducks $1.87, total 6.5. Blue Jackets at Kings. The Kings $1.70 at home, total 5.5. We go on over to Rod.
Yeah, tough. And considering you look at all these games and no goalies confirmed. Of course.
Oh, geez.
I looked at all 4 of these games, and we have 0 goalies confirmed. We have expected goalies, of course, you figure for this game. So tough spot. As I said, loaded schedule tomorrow. Hockey should be back to tomorrow because we'll cover it all for you. That today it'll just be on the happy hour. But I got one for you here that I'm quite sure goalie wise. Don't care who's in goal. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Dostal going for the Ducks and Joey DeCord going for Seattle. And then for me, I'm just looking at this price. I don't want to lay that kind of the numbers got out of hand with this Duck squad. They're only 5-4-1. That train's about to topple with people that are riding it on the Ducks. Go Ducks, man! But look at Seattle. They love to beat up on the Ducks. They've already got 1 win this season against Anaheim, 3-1 in that game. It was a lower scoring one. The last 4 meetings in Anaheim, all won by Seattle. The last 10 games, 8 of them have been won by the Kraken. We Seattle on the money line in that one, come into Anaheim and upset some people and bust up their parlay. Watch out, JM. Ducks going to get stepped on. Remember that 9-1 beatdown from Dallas? Now, it's only a couple days ago. might see the same here with Seattle.
There we go here from Ron. Next up, on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, as Rod said, it is a tough card. And first up is probably the one I'm most torn on because I honestly want to go Lightning puck line here. But again, I think all the value's on the Blues here. And yeah, they're coming off a big win over the Hurricanes, but feels like the way they've been playing, it just feels like a big letdown spot for Tampa here. So probably just to stay away from me there. Just wanted to touch on it, I guess, real quick. Dog I do like here is the Canucks just playing the better hockey coming into this one, a 4-game win streak. Feels like just yesterday the Flyers were playing some good hockey, and now all of a sudden turn around and they've feels like they've fallen off a little bit. So again, just like the little bit of value we're getting there on the Canucks. I completely agree with Rod. Way overpriced, the Ducks. Yes, they're at home. They're the healthier team. But yes, there's no way you're getting. I mean, I would lay the minus 190 there, whatever your book is at with the Ducks or anything near that. So yeah, I'll take a small shot there on the Kraken. And last but not least, again, maybe a little bit overpriced, but let me take a look at this one real quick. Yeah, tough one this card, obviously, but this is one where I would lean towards the Kings on the -1 here. Again, regulation if you prefer that. But I think the Kings get it done here at home over the Blue Jackets. Neither team playing much consistent hockey coming into this one, so that's what makes it so tough. But I think I would lean Kings -1 on that one.
There we go with Alan Ninos. All right, we got you through our sports cover for today. Now it's time for our Parlay Pro segment. I'm going to try something different here with the stream here. I'm going to say, I'm going to try and clip this segment, but I got to say something to do that. So it's going to sound kind of funky in our shows, but I got to say, clip this. All right. Now it's time for our Parlay Pro segment where our cappers will get a parlay, team player prop, game of the future. We start here with Rod.
We're going to do a little mixed sports. So the first one we're going to throw in, we are going to throw in the Seattle Kraken on the money line. And then next play, let's throw in the New Orleans Pelicans on the money line. And then let's take the over first half in the Monday Night Football game. So a little 3-teamer for you. Take the Seattle Kraken, take the Pelicans, and take the over in the Monday Night Football game.
There we go with Rod. We move on over to Chris.
I'll give you 3 teams in the NBA. We'll go take the points with the Hornets, take the points with the Jazz, and take the points with my Grizzlies. Player prop, we're going to go Jawan Jennings for a touchdown. You can also sprinkle first touchdown. It's plus 950. And then, going to those Kraken, we're going to take Chandler Stevenson to get us a goal there, center for the Kraken. 80% in his last 5 games, so we'll take him to get us a goal.
All right, with Chris, we'll move on over to El Ninos.
I kind of like the NBA picks they already gave out, so I'm going to try to give some different ones here. I don't think they – did you take the Hornets, Rod?
I took the Hornets.
No, I didn't put the Hornets.
Okay, you took the Hornets. I'll take the Pacers, the Magic, and let's throw the Colts on there.
Let's hear from El Ninos to tell you what I like here. I'm going to go with the Missouri plus the points in college hoops with the Pelicans and the Orlando Magic. All right, we got you through our Parlay Pro segment. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks. Heading into a big holiday week of action with all sports overlapping. Of course, 2 weeks left in the NFL, college football bowls coming up, playoffs at the end of the week. Of course, if you click the link in the description, that'll take you right over to our site over at Tony's Picks, where you'll find our best bets and more up there with leaderboards showcasing our top performers. We'll take a look, see what Rod has for sale right now over at Tony's Picks. Rod's put together an impressive year from college basketball. These records are based on a $100 unit wager size. We'll see what Rod's got going on over at Tony's Picks for day. Rod, what you got?
Every over Tony's going to say, hey, I'm going to have I've got my game of the year in the Monday Night Football game. Absolutely love that, my Monday Night Football game of the year. So you want to scoop that up. NFL's been hot, been heating up there the last couple of weeks, back-to-back waiting weeks. And then I've got my bowl game for the Potato Bowl. We're on a nice little run there, college football-wise. And then I do have a couple of college basketball And then I got one NBA. I'm going to put that into a 3-pack as I'm speaking here now. That'll get tossed into a 3-pack for you. It'll be like the Hoops 3-pack here for Monday. That'll be available very shortly. Or, hey, it's that time of year. So grab that week-long moneymakers and join me for the week. Got lots of sports action here. The rest of the week, as I said, loaded card tomorrow. You see the slate tomorrow in the NHL. More college basketball. There's some NBA in there as well. It's bowl season, so we got bowls going right on through this week. So, and then the playoffs resume not too long down the road. So definitely jump aboard that week pass, and let's continue to get some winners for you. Jump aboard, take advantage 2-for-1 capital promotional as well here at Tony's Picks. Can't go wrong with that. Use Tony T at checkout. Save 15%.
That's right, Gal, with Rod over at Tony's Picks. See the record there from Rod doing great work. Remember, all of our one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must earn a profit amount purchased is credit back to your account for site credits. Get on or with Rod over at Tony's Picks, potable winner. NFL Monday Night Football Game of the Year. Get on board. All right, let's see what's rolling here over at Tony's Picks. We'll see what Chris has for sale right now over on the site. Let's see, pull it up here for you right now. Let's see what we got going on here. We'll see what Chris is out rolling on over at Tony's Picks right now. Chris put together impressive numbers here for the past 7 days. Chris, what you got?
Kept it light today. I got you 2 plays. I got you one from the NBA, one from Monday Night Football. Their best bets. How about the long term here? We do have a lot of bowl games coming up here. Still, this college football playoff is full swing here. Got that. Still got a couple weeks of NFL, college basketball, NBA. You guys know I cover that stuff. So they're hop on something with me. 2-for-1 capper. You guys see who's hot right now. You guys see who's hot. So it's on the show. Pair us up and let us go to work for you. Don't forget the promo code Tony T checkout. Save you the 15%. And we're just gonna keep trying to do well.
That's right, guys. Yeah, with Chris over at Tony's Picks. The results here. Great results yesterday. Big day from Chris. Monday Night Football best bet, slam dunk best bet as well up on the board. Of course, your long-term subscriptions. You guys like that 7-day pass here early in the week with a lot of sports coverage here. There's been a Christmas Day, NBA, NFL, all the college football bowls this week, playoffs coming up here on the weekend, and more. We get into the good rounds now. We got through some of the blowout rounds. We get to the good rounds in college football. And, of course, all the sports overlap. So great time to get on board with Chris on a long-term subscription. Tony T at checkout saves you that 15% off. All right, let's see what El Nino's has got rolling over on the side right now. El's put together really good numbers this year from the NFL this year. I believe it. Pull it up for you right now. Hang on, let me get the graphics set up here. Where do we find it? There we go. El Nino 777 there. NFL for the year. What do you got for sale, El Nino's?
So far just college football actually, surprisingly enough, is the only one I have up there. Again, if it were to get there in the NFL, you got my pick here. You got some picks I feel pretty strongly about and could very well end up being premiums in the NBA. And as we said, tricky card in the NHL, so probably not a lot there today. But actually, as I said, also kind of like a college basketball or two as well, so might get there with another one of those. But again, probably a light day for me, but liking this action.
That's right, guys. Yeah, more than us over at Tony's Picks. We got a profit guarantee play up there as well. Long subscriptions the way to go. Remember, our member plays are in by 11 a.m. Eastern time, but our handicappers continue to work the day and night looking for late winners. And if plays can be put into the system between 10 minutes to 2 hours of our game time, those are emailed directly to your inbox using the email you use when you sign up for the service. We've got props and late steam available on all at no extra charge on all long-term subscriptions. So get on board with El Nino's over at Tony's Picks 2-for-1 capper promotion, so you can match up Al and any of your favorite cappers with the 2-for-1 capper promotion. All right, I got a best bet on the board right now as well. Play of the day from college football and more. So get on board with me over at Tony's Picks today and get signed up. All right, guys, with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. It is the Tony's Picks Morning Show. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. Helps us build up our audience. But if you happen to miss any of our shows, or if you want more content, head on over to our YouTube channel where it is live and kicking with lots of great content on the channel. There, you land on our homepage, and that's where you'll see our compilation videos. Got the NBA up there, NFL, college football up there. Also, as you scroll, you'll see our props here. We got Chris ready to roll here with our props here from NHL and NFL combined prop show for today. So check that video out for you. Playlists as well up on the channel. NFL, we'll have a college football bowls up there, NBA up there as well. College basketball content ready to roll today. It looks like Ron's got you covered with some college hoops, NHL up there as well, fight picks, videos, and of course, all of our shorts. Our shorts have greatly increased here over the past few days, or for the past month here. Lots of shorts. Of course, if you happen to miss any of our live shows, just hit the live tab, and that's where you'll be able to find our live shows here with our morning show. Night moves here, 3 a.m. Eastern time with Ramon. Of course, we do have the look ahead here with Alessandro, look ahead show. Get ahead of that line move at midnight Eastern time. Of course, we got the Daily Dangle with Rod with the hockey show, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Happy hour Monday through Friday here at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So check it out here, guys, on the Tony X YouTube channel. Check all our live great content. A lot of podcasts here. Every show is now in a podcast format, so check it out here. We're locked and loaded here with great content for you here. Of course, Rod, you've got the happy hour, Daily Dangle, 2 regular shows here on the channel.
Mute.
2 regular shows you want to tune into. Daily Dangle is going to be daily today. No Daily Dangle. A couple of people traveling on the road, including myself. I got some things I need to take care of before the big jolly fat guy comes making his deliveries. So no Daily Dangle. As I said, there were no confirmations on goalies. We'll get you covered on the happy hour today. Tune in 5:15 p.m. Eastern. We got you covered on the happy hour. You'll see the regular Ron says he should be able to join me. Brian should be there as well. So, and the cameras are willing to join me. They're on the list. They can definitely tune in as well to the happy hour show. We'll get you some more winners there. We should have some confirmation goalie-wise as well in the NHL. And then we're back at the Daily Dangle. We'll be back tomorrow. Tune in. 1 p.m. Eastern. With the loaded card, we'll cover from right from game 1 right on through. So definitely tune into that Daily Dangle. And then NHL takes a 2-day hiatus, returns back again, I believe, on the Friday, which is the Boxing Day for the NHL. So we take 2 days off. We're right back at it. Not a long break for the NHL. They don't have time. Normally it's a longer Christmas break. Normally it's about a 4 or 5 day break. But because it's an Olympic year, it won't be as long. You get there'll be a bigger break from hockey come February, where I believe it's like almost a 3-week break from hockey for the Olympics. So it's even longer than the break last year for hockey that they tried that All-Star game. It's even longer this year. That's why we're seeing so much hockey early this season. They're trying to jam as much as they can in before the Olympic break. And then it's going to get even crazier after the Olympic break. So you definitely want to tune in daily to the Daily Dangle. We'll get you covered there. Daily
Dangle covers there from Ron. Of course, the happy hour today. So check it out. Of course, Chris, your props have been a really big hit here on the channel.
Yeah, it's been a really good time there. Everybody's interacting. Appreciate everybody there. Didn't hit as many as we'd like yesterday. Do have 2 from the NFL tonight, and then I've got you 4 goal scorers out there, 1 from each game today. With the monster card tomorrow, I could have a really big hit list in the NHL tomorrow. We'll see. We'll put that together for you guys. We'll just keep putting it out. Like I said, if I have data, you guys will have a video all the way through. You should have one. We've got some games on Christmas, so I'll have you some touchdown scorers there as well. So we'll just try to keep putting that out, keep trying to do well with it. We'll eventually sweep a 4 and 5 leg hit list here, but we're getting there. But anyway, yeah, having a good time. Appreciate everybody's comments and everybody's keeping it respectful. I definitely appreciate that. So keep those coming. Keep the likes and subscribes. Check out everybody's content. Ton of it there. You guys can find me on the playlist there. You can find everybody else's content in playlists and homepage too. Make sure you like everybody's content. Everybody's putting in a lot of work here, so keep that going.
That's right. Of course, El Ninos, we can find you here on live shows. And you do some dog videos, shorts as well. And of course, we on a lot of the reels as well.
Yeah, again, more live shows lately, but we'll be looking to get more doggy videos and shorts up there for everyone. But meantime, just make sure you go check out all the keep tuning in to the morning show, and make sure you check out all the other live shows and all the other great content you got there over at Tony's Picks.
Yeah, 5 live shows here on our channel, guys. So check us out here on the Tony Fix YouTube channel. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We greatly appreciate that. And of course, all of our playlists continually updated. Also, we have a lot of great content. So hit like, subscribe. All right. We'll be back tomorrow here on the Tony S'more Show here at 9:30 a.m. Each time. Hit that like, subscribe. Any closing thoughts for anybody before we close it out?
Make it a winning day, guys.
Make it a winning one, like I think.
Be nice to everybody.
Yes.
Because you never know what someone's dealing with on a daily basis. They don't read it on the front of their face. Sometimes people are very good at hiding it. So be nice to your fellow neighbor.
That's right. Absolutely. Of course, we do have a Christmas Eve game And so Sandro says he'll be on the morning for that show. We'll take a look here at that one. Thanks to you, Cal Dog, for joining us here. That'll do it here for this morning's show. Back again tomorrow live at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. I'm going to wake up. Bye, guys. Guys, making a way one. We're back tomorrow here on